Hey guys, and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video, I'm going to go through how I went in round one of the NRLW, and then I'll be giving you my round two tips. Very excited to jump in and see how we did in round one. NRLW is back and it is better than ever. The game evolves so much every year and it just keeps getting better. And I really do love the NRLW. I think the NRL have done such an amazing job with the competition. And yeah, as I said, it just gets better and better every year. But before we jump into this one though, guys, if you could leave a like and subscribe, it really goes a long way in helping my channel grow. And if you want to, guys, grab some merch. That'll be dropped down below in the description. So, round one was interesting. I got 3 out of 6, which isn't great, to be honest. Pretty disappointing. I thought I'd do a little bit better, but let's go through how I went and the picks that I made. So the first game, Sharkies against the Eels. I backed in Cronulla here. I thought they'd be too good for Parramatta, but the Eels, man, they came up with a win. Credit to them. 2-point win. Eels get it done. We move on to the second game, Bulldogs and Knights. I tipped the Knights in this one. Obviously, you know, the Bulldogs, they've got a massive supporter base. Even the NRLW side has a massive supporter base. And they were there to back in their team to a 26-12 win. Obviously, the Knights, you know, not as strong as they were last year. I thought they'd still, you know, they've still got that experience that the Bulldogs somewhat lack, being a new team and all. You know, they don't have the combinations there yet. I thought the Bulldogs would the Knights would get up in this one, but the Doggies absolutely too good. They get the job done. And the third game of the round saw the Broncos defeat the Tigers 28-4. Strong win for the Broncos. We backed in the Broncos. I thought they'd win by 16. We were 8 points off the margin. They ended up winning by 24. In the second of the Saturday games, we saw the Dragons absolutely annihilate the Raiders 36-14. Dragons looking good, man. They genuinely are looking good. I thought they would have came out with a bit more flair and passion, the Raiders, in this one, but they didn't. At home, I thought they'd get the job done. Dragons just too good once again, man. Credit to them. St. George get the job done. All right, next up, the Cowboys defeat the Titans 20 points to 6. Strong win for the Cowboys. Way too good for the Titans. We got that one right. Good win there for the Cowboys at home. And then to wrap up the weekend, the Roosters, way too good for the Warriors. Another one we got right. They got the job done, 30 points to 6. Warriors fans, how are we feeling about that one? All right, round number 2. These are my tips. Let's get right into it. So we've got the Tigers taking on the Bulldogs. This is an interesting one. Tigers were disappointing in round 1. Bulldogs were incredible in round 1. Look, I think it's pretty obvious. Man, the Tigers, they're just struggling as a team. Bulldogs coming off a good win last week against the Knights. I think they get the job done here, and I think they win by about, I'm going to say, 18 points. I'm going to give them a 3-try win in this one. I think they will be too good there for the Tigers. All right, in the next one, this one's interesting. The Raiders taking on the Sharks. Raiders playing at home in this one. It'll be an interesting game. The Sharks are favourites to win technically, but there's 55% of tipsters going the way of the Raiders. It's going to be an interesting clash. It's going to be an interesting clash. I think it'll be very close, a 1-12 margin for sure. I am going to back in the Raiders, but I would not be surprised if the Sharkies did get up in this one. Next up, we've got the Dragons taking on the Roosters. Another interesting game here. Both sides coming off convincing wins on the weekend. 18% of people tipping the Dragons, 82% of people tipping the Roosters. I'm going to join with that 82%. The Roosters are just an incredible NRLW side. The Dragons are great too, but the Roosters, they're next level. I think the Roosters will be too good, and I will be backing them in to win this one. I think 13 plus. I do think they prove a point in this one. Next up, we've got the Cowboys taking on the Knights. I backed in the Knights to beat the Dogs. They got done last week. I'm going to side with the Cowboys in this one. I think the Cowboys at home will continue to show dominance. I'm backing them in, and I'm going to say they win this one 1-12. All All right, next up, we've got the Warriors taking on the Eels. Look, I know Warriors fans love backing their side, and that is why they've got 53% of the tips in this one. But an inexperienced side, I think Parramatta win this one. I think they get off to a 2-0 start to the season. I just can't see the Warriors really banking too many wins this year. All right, to wrap up the weekend, we've got the Titans taking on the Broncos. Broncos, in my opinion, should be the premiership favourites. They have an incredible roster. I think the Broncos will be too good in this one, and I think they win at 13 plus. For the Eels one, I think they win that one 1-12. All right, guys, once more, my tips for the weekend. Bulldogs 13 plus, Raiders 1-12, Roosters 13 plus, Cowboys 1-12, Eels 1-12, and Broncos 13 plus. Let me know your tips down below in the comments, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And as always, my friends, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.